We've managed to grab 2 minutes with Hervé. He's just come off stage as part of the CIO track just behind us. Something I wanted to touch on, Hervé, you talked about 4 key themes for the future, next 100 years of aviation, I think we said. Can you just talk us through them? What were they, what do they mean, why are they important?
Well, first, let's not overdo it. It's not that next 100 years, the next 3 years will be good already. First of all, availability. Now, whatever we do, it has to run really almost all the time. We're talking about 5 minutes downtime per year. That's what we're talking about. And that means that we need to have full redundancy, full automation, full monitoring, so that the manual intervention is reduced to a minimum. We can swap to a hot instance of the software immediately. That's the purpose of ultra availability. The second theme is big data, obviously. Now, we are in a world where the amount of information we're receiving, the variety of that information is increasing, and the speed at which we receive it is also increasing. So the key here is, how can I extract the value of that pool of information? How can I predict behavior? How can I identify pattern and turn them into customized, personalized offer for my customers in a real time? That's the second challenge. The third theme is really mobile. Mobile needs to come first when you think about developing an application. It's no longer the desktop, it's no longer the web, it's really mobile. Mobile is the highest adopted device in a fast-growing country from a travel standpoint, be it Africa or Asia. And we just had to adapt to this situation. And the fourth one is around personalization, which is really, how can I make sure that we extract the pattern and the behavior and real-time adapt the navigation flow, adapt the screen flow, adapt the content to what the customer really wants, customer really needs, so that this offer becomes a benefit and not an annoyance for him. I think those are the four themes that we want to focus on over the next 3 years.
And if we put all of those together, I mean, clearly they're underpinning the global travel ecosystem that we talked about earlier on in this morning. But it's how do they work? What's the connectedness, or how do they flow together, Hervé?
So absolutely right, Dan. It's really the underlying technology that supports this global travel ecosystem we're talking about. Basically connecting 3 types of technology. One is the transaction part, which is the heart and the history, which is 10,000 transactions per second, 120,000 transactions per second, read, write on database, do something. That's the first element of technology. The second one is the analysis part, so the big data part. And this is completely different, because this is the area where you need to, again, identify pattern, identify behavior. You're in the travel intelligence, business intelligence, big data, data lake area. And then the third one is making the decision, customization, so taking action out of that pool of information, pool of data, and turning into customized offers. And then, of course, loop back to the transaction system. And when you get those 3 loops back, then you got your travel ecosystem that you're talking about.
Hervé, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Cheers.
Thank you, Dan.